Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me, for once, is Ben.
Wow, I've been with you this whole time. We've been uploading every week. I've been
It's
here.
true. Sometimes twice a week.
Yeah, see? I was on top of things. I was never gone.
You're definitely gone, but, so it goes.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is an emergency recording, bringing Ben back early out of his vacation. Dragging him back in because fucking Star Wars happened.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, it happened. I didn't know it was happening. Like, I had did we have a release date and I just forgot about it? Or did
Yes.
we? Okay.
There definitely is a poster you can look at that says all episodes dropping September 22nd.
That sounds like fake news. Retroactive.
I mean, I only found out about that after the fact.
Yeah, I don't recall ever seeing
I was just like, wait, this is out? Wait, this is all out?
Oh, I knew it was coming all at once. I just didn't
Yeah.
know when. But
I was like thinking about what I was going to watch, and then I was like, oh.
Oh man.
Fuck.
Imagine trying to decide what to watch and finding this. Oh, the dream.
And then just fucking 9 Star Wars shorts.
Oh,
They're pretty much all good.
I would
I
say
like all of them.
I think they're all good, just, varying levels.
Yeah.
as
Some of them
expected.
I like more than others, but I think they're all good. Which, I wouldn't expect, honestly. I would expect a few duds.
I was pretty sure they were all going to be good. Just because they're not canon. Like, they're not part of anything, which is fucking great. Highly recommend to everyone, by the way. If you get a chance, go on to r/maw installation and watch that dumpster fire.
Oh, are they bad?
No, it's like super divided. Because I just saw my favorite things. There's not too much, but someone posted a thread and they're like, where in the canon does this bit fit? And and it's just people bickering because the top answer is they don't fit in the canon, and someone's like, well, I think the duty of this subreddit is to ignore those hard lines and figure out where it would fit if it was in the canon, blah blah blah. And
Hell yeah.
And someone's like, his question was, where does it fit in the canon? The answer is it doesn't, and just so many people.
I mean, the answer is they created Vision's canon for Vision's stuff.
Yep.
Or whatever.
Well,
But,
yeah.
if you want to be technical about it. But, figuring out where it could fit, that's fun.
Yeah, but that wasn't his question. People were like, there was no if in that sentence.
That sounds like Star Wars fans. Yeah,
It's so good though. Love it. And it turns out this is, I mean, I was thinking about it, like some of the, I don't know exactly where, but it might be like second place to the original trilogy for me.
That's fair. Some of these are really good.
Really good, and I mean, at this point it's common knowledge about what Rise of Skywalker did to me and my feelings with the canon. So
This brought you joy again. I was actually honestly a little. I figured you would like it, but I was a little curious you would be still out on Star Wars.
I'm not out on Star Wars, but this made me realize what I like. We've had discussions before about me with the parallel universes thing and the multiple canons thing, and for Star Wars I just I like the one unified thing, one universe to rule them all.
You liked Earth 616, got it.
Yeah,
That's made Marvel continuity.
But it turns out what I actually want from Star Wars is a bunch of unrelated 10 to 20 minute shorts that have no relation even to each other, barely, and that are never referenced again, so I could just enjoy them and move on with my life. That's what I want. It was fucking amazing.
It's pretty good.
It's so good.
Pretty good. It's just like, I mean, also these are like, these creators are like, okay, I get a chance to make one Star Wars story. What's the dope shit I want to do? And like, there is a lot of overlap in terms of like what kind of stories these studios wanted to tell. So when you watch them all at once, you're like, you guys like the Sith, huh?
I mean, that's what it was gonna be, though, right? I would have been surprised. I would have been surprised if there wasn't all.
So there is definitely, I would say, a kind of Star Wars fan who loves Star Wars related extra material that has nothing to do with Jedi and Sith.
Okay, so
that's a fan.
Yeah,
of Star Wars
I got you.
That likes the books.
The people, the people who think Rogue One and Mandalorian are the best Star Wars things to have ever happened.
Not even that. It's even almost too close to actual Star Wars. The people who like Star Wars books that just are about dudes.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
Find your own universe. I just wanted.
I mean, yeah. Like I kind of just don't get it because it's like, but the point of that then tell stories that aren't related to Star Wars. That are just in space. Like,
yeah.
Why aren't you making use of the stuff? But I mean, I kind of get it. Like it's the idea that stuff exists, but I don't know. I'm not one of those people, so this was fine for me. I was into this.
Peak Star Wars is Jedi versus Sith laser swords for me, and just that surface level. Really, the laser swords is important.
Yeah.
Like,
this is definitely fighting. Some of these are definitely for. Do you like laser swords? Because like some of these, it's like not. It's the Force here. You're not a Jedi unless you got the sword. Okay. You need the sword.
Yeah.
Is that like where most of your power is? No. But only with the sword are you actually Jedi.
Dude, some of these, like, they even ignored, like, they kind of put some of the power into the lightsaber. They're like, fuck the Force. What if you just had a sword?
What if the Kyber crystal, we just had what if a big Kyber crystal?
No,
what if
that's canon?
What if it were just really big?
One of the favorite.
What if you could pop out your Kyber crystal out of your lightsaber like it were a battery and put in a bigger battery?
Actually, looking at you, legends. Kyber crystals used to fucking conk out. You literally used them like batteries. Good shit.
Funny.
Someone on Reddit got real excited about. They're like, ignoring all this other stuff, blah blah blah. What about the lore bomb that droids can be Force sensitive? I'm like,
I mean, that's not new.
That's not new at all. Is it better executed? No. We still have the original. What the hell? What is it? R5? I forget which droid it is that Sudoku.
I just know he's that. I know he's that red droid from A New Hope.
Yeah. Oh man,
he sensed that R2 would be important, so he sacrificed himself.
Yep. Took one for the team. Anyway, yeah, Visions is incredibly good. Are you ready to?
We got the evil C-3PO that's DO2ON or whatever. Like it's just everything shifted up one is his name.
Yeah.
Or B2. Yeah.
Whatever. You ready?
Let's you want to go through them in order?
Yeah, I'm ready to dive in.
So the first one is The Duel. And this is the one they also have a book coming out or something.
Yeah, there's like a tie-in.
Yeah. So what if Star Wars was more Kurosawa?
Hell yeah.
Also lightsaber umbrella. really the most important thing, the most defining aspect of this lightsaber umbrella.
Like rapidly spinning lightsaber umbrella. Dude, it's so fucking good.
It's so funny. That was the first time I popped off. I'm like, because I don't this animation style.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't love. I think they do a good job of it here though. But it's not my. It doesn't hit me. But then she pulled out that spinning lightsaber monstrosity. I was like, okay, that's just fun.
Yeah.
We're here to have fun. Put me in the right mood for watching the rest of this.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Also, it's very like that when in the reveal that our man with no name, our hero was also a Sith.
Well,
It's like okay,
or at least a Sith
or
hunting
was a Sith.
or just uses a Sith. Who knows?
Well, yeah, like he's the idea of the Ronin. Like he was,
Yeah.
a part of this system and now is no longer attached to anything and is just walking around killing Siths.
Yeah. Yeah. The I love that it's black and white and then the lightsabers and the lasers are colored. Such
Yeah,
a
that was good.
fucking choice. Ugh.
That was very good. I like that his little R2D2 fucking shoots out rockets.
Yeah.
And murders everyone.
And had the little hat. He had a
The hat was very good.
hat.
I mean, honestly, I
important.
feel like this episode started as, what if we gave R2 a straw hat? And then they went from there.
Yeah. The core of the concept.
It's just so funny, like, so many Star Wars things are Kurosawa riffs, and it's like starting this off with just the most
straight
Kurosawa
up.
riff.
Yeah. Also, I mean, something that leapt right out at me was the music. For most of these, the music was pretty good, but I think like these first five or six, I think like the first 5 episodes, like, and especially this one, like, man, they did so well with the music. Especially here, like, they're not straight ripping the themes, but they felt comfortable getting pretty close to, like, it at least felt like Rogue One, where they blue balled you with the and even felt better because they weren't trying to do exactly the progression or whatever, but it fit so nicely. It was so good.
Yeah. And honestly, just not, like, what I like about these is that they're not fucking, they clearly are, like, by people who love Star Wars, but they're not being fucking precious about it.
Yeah.
Which is, a thing that, you can get kind of sick of. I guess. In terms of, like, the way that, I like the ambition, I guess, or whatever. Like, they went for it. They didn't, they weren't cowards. Subtlety is for cowards. None of these are subtle.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily, like, really well written pieces either, but they're fine.
I feel like it's literally,
This is just classic.
I feel like at least a handful of
particularly
these.
this first one.
Yeah. I mean, the first one, look me in the eye and tell me that the lightsaber umbrella wasn't in somebody's head for like the past 30 years.
Oh yeah, I mean,
They have little stick figure drawings of lightsaber umbrella somewhere in a notebook.
totally. I love that he's like, here, have this, to that guy at the end. The guy's like, this is mine? It's like, what the fuck is that guy gonna do with the lightsaber extension?
It said protect from evil.
No, that was when he gave the kid the kyber crystal. That was to protect them from evil.
Oh.
Before that, he just gives the dude he told to fix his droid, he gives him the umbrella
Gives him the
extension
umbrella.
piece.
Right. Yeah, and he's
It's like,
like,
why?
something extra for you.
Like, this is mine?
I mean,
like,
put the pieces together. They have the kyber crystal. They have the umbrella attachment. They're like one step away.
It's true, but also he gave those to two different people.
I mean, they gotta. It's a symbol.
One day when the
Teamwork.
kid is ready, he can inherit.
He can be the.
God, I love that she uses the like umbrella thing when it's like fucking nobodies, and then when she gets serious,
Yeah.
she like takes it off. It's like, this is for fun. This isn't like a useful piece of technology. This is it's just like it's just for fun times.
Yeah, you know. Lightsaber umbrella go rinnin. I also love the basically completely useless like sheathing, I guess, like putting, you know, katana style, like in the in the sheath. Just no reason at all for it. But man, does it look cool.
This lightsaber broke and doesn't have an off button. Just constantly burning.
Man, we gotta.
The turning point in the fight is clever. With like he had an extra light. He has more than one lightsaber.
Yeah.
So he tricked her, and then got to sneak up behind her and murder her. I liked her eyes a lot. Also, just like that was probably my favorite piece of like animation for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, no, it was a very incredibly solid start.
Mm-hmm. I will also say I've watched most of these twice. I didn't get all the way back through it again because first I watched it with the dub, and then I was like, I have to watch these again subbed, and they're so much better subbed. Just
the subs are so good.
The Japanese voice acting is just better and fits more appropriately. It's fine in English in some parts, like having like actually Boba Fett voices Boba Fett, and the battle droids are battle droids instead of being Japanese battle droids. But other than that, one of the episodes, fucking David Harbour, his voice is very apparent, and that was a little distracting even. Like, I think there's like some celebrity casting in this, which generally you just can't fucking tell. Like, it just
I mean, I didn't watch the English yet, but
Yeah.
I see here like Lucy Liu, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
So I actually think the duel is one of the better ones in English. Like, Lucy Liu does a really good job.
Okay, I have no idea who so many of these people are.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, the one it incredibly hurts the second one. Because the dude has, like, they cast a dude whose voice is too deep for that character, and he has to sing that song, and the energy is just wrong. It is bad.
Yeah.
So that's like the big one that was way worse.
I mean, transition.
Yeah, let's transition to the first one. Thumbs up. That was good.
Yes. Yeah.
So now we got Tatooine Rhapsody, about a Padawan who escapes being murdered and then joins a band. It's pretty good.
A rock
Pretty
band.
good idea. Yeah.
The most important shot in this one is the Cantina band, like watching the HoloNet thing and being like, I don't know, depressed, indifferent, something. Pretty good. I mean, I dig it. Music is something that like hasn't been explored too often in Star Wars. We had like that one Hulung song from Fallen Order. That, what the hell's his name? Caleb, main character. Fallen Order.
I don't remember.
Ugly Kid is listening to. And then we have that song from the special editions, and that's like it. We don't got a lot of
I've
music.
got a picture of like R2 playing a guitar somewhere on my computer.
Is that canon?
I think that's from
Canon source?
I think that's from the cartoon, the C-3PO R2D2 cartoon,
Gotcha.
which I've never watched.
I mean, we have Yoda breakdancing on the. If you enter the special code
It's
in
true.
episode 3.
Well, there's the like Connect Star Wars game where it has like a dance or a just dance section.
Oh yeah,
Han Solo just solo.
What a fucking banger! Is it Raiden Solo? It's just a parody. Yeah,
Jason Derulo.
Yeah,
song. And you got the Emperor dancing, which is 10 out of 10.
It's so good. I mean, we have shit.
But like this is like this episode is like, you know, this is what you should do if you have a chance to just do a short Star Wars story that's unrelated. Fucking
go for
the Star Wars band. Like, yeah. This kid has like force powers, but like he doesn't fucking know how to use them.
Oh yeah,
I love when he pulls out his lightsaber and Boba Fett's like, "Are you fucking sure?" And then it doesn't work, and Boba Fett just leaves.
It just turns, yeah, dude.
Yeah, this is a good use of Boba Fett too, which I always appreciate, where he just is professional and does his job, and then leaves and isn't part of the story anymore. It's great.
Hell yeah. And then he pulls out the lightsaber the second time, and he's like, "Guys, relax. It's a mic." But it's still like glowing, like it looks like there's
it's like
kyber crystal,
it's a little ball.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
He's got the sickest LED in his like. Oh, he got Jabba and Boba Fett head bopping. Great for gifts.
Jabba's little tail tap.
I love how fucking sloshed Jabba looks in this episode.
Oh man.
I just imagine him being like incredibly drunk the whole time. It's like, yeah, fucking play.
I like the band.
chibi art.
Yeah, the art was good, but like, I don't know. I like the first off we get little what's his name?
The song way better in Japanese than it is in English.
Oh, I suppose they would have done that in English. Yeah.
Yes, and it's the same song, just having to change the words. It doesn't work.
That sounds not great.
And the voice actor they have playing that guy is not. That kid is an adult man. It doesn't work.
Yeah, that's rough. That's a little rough.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
So it goes, dude.
Yeah. Anything else about this one? I mean, I dig what the hell is the Hutt's name? G? Geezer? It has to be Geezer. It's Geezer. I'm looking at the I'm on the wiki. Okay. Oh, what the hell? They got I didn't know who I'm looking at the voice actor. And it's what's his name from Saturday Night Live? Bobby Moynihan? Yeah, sure. I didn't know the name, but I recognize him.
Weird.
Yeah. I love his little what is John Lennon sunglasses? Is it Lennon?
Yeah, the circular ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like yeah.
Think so?
I feel like it is. It sounds right in my head. So I don't know.
I think Oasis also wore those though. They might have ruined it forever.
See, like I swear I've seen a picture of Ozzy Osbourne with sunglasses like that too, but I don't.
I mean, I'm sure plenty of people have worn those sunglasses.
But I wanted to. Okay. For example, if I say Morpheus sunglasses, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If someone else happens to wear them, that doesn't make them not Morpheus sunglasses, you know? I just want to attribute it to the right person. Trying. I don't steal things. and then not give credit. I try to give credit.
Steal things and give credit. That's what
Yeah,
the internet demands.
Yeah, honor among thieves, something. So the twins.
Yeah, this is our Kill la Kill episode. Our
Hell
premiere
yeah,
episode.
dude! It looked.
The one directed by. Why is Wikipedia have no information? It's letting me down. Forget his name off the top of my head now.
Is it Hiroyuki Imiyashi?
Probably.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, he directed Kill la Kill and Promare and Gurren Lagann and this. So.
I mean, it's right up there. It's pretty good.
It is one of those. It is over the top, and the characters yell, and it's over the top.
Dude, the art is so good though.
Yeah,
God,
it looks very good.
When I started up and you said this is the Promare one, and the guy gets his helmet ripped off and his hair pops out. I'm like, oh, it is the Promare one. I see.
That guy specifically. That guy's hair looks like the character from Promare.
Yeah, no, it's like,
and he was that
so
guy
good.
was in all the promo material too. So I knew this was coming.
Oh, okay. Well, look at you spoiling yourself with promo material. I don't roll that way, sir. You got to go in blind.
He's on the poster, I think.
What posters? Just they put them up somewhere?
I don't know.
I must have missed so much. I heard the announcement and I literally didn't.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong because he's not on this poster. He just must be in the trailer.
There was a trailer. I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
That just feels like forever ago.
This is the poster.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Also, if you look up reviews, half of them are going to show him. Or if not 80%.
Makes sense.
Because you know what? That shit's popular. People like Trigger.
Yeah, go figure.
It's just incredible adolescent energy right there.
Yeah.
Just maximalist, fucking over the top shit. Pretty good.
I mean, it's
I find it
dope
funny
as
that
hell.
he's the plot is that he's not actually a good guy. He just wants to save his sister, but he has an X-wing and an R2D2, so he's definitely a good guy.
Yeah, yeah. I loved that they used the shot from Last Jedi, just the Star Destroyer split in half. It goes, and the fact that he has to go.
I love that it's two Star Destroyers stapled together.
Yeah, what the hell did they had a name for it. The Star something.
I don't know. It's a Star Destroyer. It destroys stars. It has a big lightsaber cannon in the middle of it.
Yeah, they had a name for it. I forget what the hell it was. It was something ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, it's great shit though. Also the fact just fuck it, they're standing out on the ship with no helmets.
Yeah, there's
or anything.
space. There's air in space.
Yeah, I mean,
it's an alternate Star Wars world where there's air in space. It's fine.
And Star Wars itself is a parallel universe where there's sound in space.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
But it's great. This is what I like.
Don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who fucking cares? Just they had a lightsaber battle and there was colorful stuff and blue and red and just.
And they were yelling.
Yeah. There was explosions. He's like, no, don't you see? If you do this, you'll die. And she's like, you think I give a fuck? Oh, so good.
It's like, I couldn't tell you, because even when I told you, you're just too stubborn. And she's like, ha! I'll show you. I'm definitely too stubborn.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, we had the I forgot we had that shot at the end, the twin sons. Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Yeah. Good stuff.
He fucking goes into hyperdrive on the front of an X-Wing and just wakes up on its back as it's pointing out of the sand, but he's fine.
My favorite part is that the X-Wing is trying to go into hyperspace and engines are just fucking maxed, but it's caught, like the beam of light is caught on something and he's just standing there like holding it. Like just, oh man, it's so good. But it's cool as shit though.
Exactly.
That's what I'm here for.
Not at some level, this is all I need. It's fine. Don't worry about it. If you're the person who's gonna be a grump about this, like, I just, okay, have fun with that. I'm here to just love this. I don't know.
I'm like looking, just so I know, which one we're on and which one is which here. The descriptions for these episodes on Wikipedia are infuriating because they're trying to place it like they're trying to place all these episodes on the timeline.
That's hilarious.
Set 20 years after the feudal Jedi Empire, long before the films. Jay is on the run. Another one. Jay is on the run from clones after Order 66. This is before the events of the Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Like, stop, fucking stop. They're ruining it. They're trying to ruin it. I won't let them. They can't take it from me. I want my timeline-free Star Wars.
I mean, it's pretty easy. You just have to stop reading wikis and Reddit and just enjoy the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Just enjoy the thing you like.
Yeah, no, that's, I'm fine. It's just like the fact that they're just like, I'm wondering where they're getting these from, or if the person editing is just like rock hard for canon. Because there might be official description somewhere. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
She puts that kyber crystal in her chest.
Hell yeah.
She like stabs herself with it, and then she gets 4 extra arms.
Oh right. This is the one.
She goes full General Grievous.
I was gonna say they topped Darth Maul having more blades. They got to use more blades with the Umbrella lightsaber, and then like why not more arms? Why not 6 arms with a lightsaber? I mean,
General Grievous did it first. Let's be clear.
Yeah, no, I know. No, he had multiple lightsabers, not one lightsaber with multiple blades.
That's true.
So there's 2 separate records being set here.
She has 2 lightsabers, and she has a kyber crystal that's like big one that's making 4 extra arms with extra lightsabers.
Yeah,
also.
I'll count it. She effectively has 6 lightsabers in 6 hands.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's important.
That's what's important.
And before that, they're just fucking lightsaber whips. Good to see the king come back.
He pops that kyber crystal out of his lightsaber.
Yeah.
And then he puts the big one in.
That's how you power up.
And his lightsaber is like blue, but has a little purple hint at the bottom.
Dude, I love what they
like
the fact that they could just go nuts with lightsabers was so good.
Yeah. He gets the biggest lightsaber.
Well, it's not, that's Master Yoda says it's not the size, it's what you do with it.
I mean, he had to give his sister a boob window.
That's true. Yeah, that's why the kyber crystal was there.
Look, this is all about the origin story of why his sister character in the future will have a boob window because of this event. It's the origin story. Finally, we get the origin story first.
I mean, I think the more simple explanation is that Studio Trigger just hates clothes.
I mean, true.
Fucking despise threads.
Well, it's not Studio Trigger because we're gonna get to another Studio Trigger one that's like, this is the part where if you don't have this guy directing it, Studio Trigger can be normal. It's specifically this guy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, Hiroyuki Imayashi or whatever.
Yeah.
That guy.
Anything else on the twins?
I think that's it. There's not that much to say other than that it's dope as shit.
Yeah, dude.
It's not like there's no deep writing or anything. It's not.
No.
It's not like it's just the maximalist visuals.
So
that they fucking go for it.
I actually have one question for you, since you would know.
Sure.
How was the English version? I see this one has Neil Patrick Harris and Alison Brie, so like, did it fit or was it weird?
Yeah, his voice felt a little off. Or like not emotive enough for
okay.
a screaming anime protagonist, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go back and watch them in English because I gotta know, and also I want to see them again. But like,
Yeah.
all of the Japanese.
Also, I've watched this one multiple times in Japanese since, so now I can't remember.
That's probably
I've wiped away the English.
Yeah, I was
this one specifically.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, if I watch them in English, I'm gonna have to watch them again immediately in Japanese because I don't want that to be the the lasting impression.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that one was the only one that I saw that. I mean, there's so few. You just have the two characters, so like, and those are pretty recognizable names and voices in English. So, all right.
I mean, I didn't recognize them,
Really?
but it was more a thing of just like these.
Don't fit.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I just generally I was like, my main takeaway after the first bunch was just, it's really the male leads are really where the dub is hurt.
Gotcha.
Where it was really falling down on it. So that kind of just codified as that thought just kind of codified in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that one was really good. Let's move on to The Village Bride.
This one was great. Really liked it. God, the music.
This was the first one that felt like it could have just been that really felt like it was like a first episode of an anime to me. Or like a show.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. That music too good. They're connected to the planet, Hank.
Yeah, I don't care about that part.
Tree force and shit.
Uh-huh. I care about that dude with that helmet.
That helmet was pretty good.
He did all the work. Honestly. He blows up the whole ship. He takes down all the droids. It's like, I'm a Jedi, and also the dude I'm with who has the helmet is going to destroy all of your stuff. She saves people. He kills everyone.
That skill, that preparedness, that aim with lobbing a helmet. Is he a Jedi? No, he's just a normal dude.
Uh-huh. He's got a sick helmet and a sniper rifle with not that many shots in it.
Yeah.
Also, when he stands up at the edge of a cliff and they can't hit him for shit.
Well, doesn't matter what.
Star Wars.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's all part of it.
That dude, like, has been alive long enough to know that he's in Star Wars. Battle droids not scary.
Man, there's a Star Wars Visions for you. Gwenpool, but the person realizes they're in the Star Wars universe, except they're just an average person, so they get fucked over like working on a mining planet or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing I haven't talked about is that because like one of the things of watching these all in a row and these all being like this studio's like one or this team's one chance at doing a Star Wars thing, so many like every episode like clockwork it starts being I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, you were right. There's like 6 in a row or whatever.
It's 6 in a row. Because the first episode it doesn't have it, but after that the next 6 all do that, and it's kind of hilarious to like.
I mean,
Star Wars Visions. I've got a bad feeling about this.
I'm wondering
It's
if
just funny.
I'm wondering if you tainted my perception, if I would have noticed that going in. Because sometimes, I mean, I watch stuff and
It's also, I would say, it would be definitely more noticeable watching the dub.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, it was certainly like I didn't feel annoyed by it at all in subs when I
Sure.
can't hear the actual phrase.
It's just funny because the Clone Wars podcasts I've been listening to, they've just been in a spot in the show where it's overused, but apparently like it's not gonna get used for like a really long time after this. But they were using it. They were overusing it a little.
Interesting.
Like 2 episodes in a row of that show.
Yeah.
Overusing it or whatever. So so that's just why it was in my head as much as anything.
I mean, yeah, for the
This is our first episode where we have an actual Jedi. We haven't had an actual Jedi before this 4th episode.
yeah, that's true. I mean, we had a little Padawan guy.
He was a Padawan who's definitely untrained.
A Padawan and
We had a hero
sorry,
in our last episode, but he was
a
not
Padawan and
a Jedi.
what order? What kind of Padawan was he? A Jedi Padawan, perhaps?
Yeah, but that's different than being a Jedi.
Oh, whatever.
It is. Sorry.
Yeah, it's true. You don't like Darth Maul, but you and him agree. In that comic where he was disappointed because he didn't have a real Jedi to fight. I mean, I like that really fucking anime mask that I didn't really get the significance of.
Nope. Oh, it's to cover her scar.
Was there a fucking scar? I didn't even notice.
She has a little scar on her face, yeah.
That must have been a small scar. I did not.
It's not
notice
very
at all.
big.
I did not even come close to noticing.
The picture of Wikipedia, it's blocked by her hand sticking out in front of her face.
That sounds right.
She has a small scar on the bottom right of her face.
Can I see it? Probably not.
He exists. I'm telling you. She
Okay.
reveals it when she says she's a Jedi.
Yeah, fine. I mean, it's like barely there.
Uh-huh. That's not wrong.
That's a big mask. She could have used like a little
Yep.
like a little makeup sponge and some cover up.
Well, honestly, in these times, it's good to have a hero with a mask.
I guess.
Worried about COVID.
I mean, I guess they were also social distancing. They sat away from everybody else.
Yeah.
Good on them.
If you're coming to a strange village, you should wear a mask. You don't want to give them your germs.
I
or
know
get
the
their germs.
I know the
They're not ready
character
for.
in Star Wars Visions. I know the character that you identified with. I think the dude in this episode, Velko, guy with the
Mm-hmm.
helmet, I identify
Uh-huh.
with him when they were at the party, and he's like, "Nah, it's a feast. You got to celebrate with more people." And they come up and offer him shit to drink, and he's like, "Hell yeah, pour up."
Uh-huh. That is definitely not me.
Oh, that's me.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, no, this
Also,
is
her
good.
lightsaber is cool, and it's definitely like we're making one Star Wars thing. We're giving our Jedi the coolest lightsaber. It's gonna be flat. It's gonna be yellow.
Hell yeah,
It's
dude.
gonna have like runes on it.
Dude, I'd go for it. Just fuck me up with cool lightsabers.
That was sick. She's like, I'm a Jedi, and you got a fucking gold lightsaber. Oh,
Good stuff.
I love that. It's also I just love that she's like espouts the Jedi shit and then doesn't actually murder everyone. It's the other dude throws his helmet and everything blows up.
Yeah.
Uh, she just all she does is protect people. Cut off that dude's hand, which I guess kills him. He like gets his hand cut off and dies.
Well, maybe he was a alien species with his heart in his hand.
I don't. I don't think so.
I mean, you don't know what. We're not working with canon here.
It's true.
It could be anything.
Could be anything.
Wasn't that a
It's also weird. It is weird to me though that she leaves the planet and Helmet Dude, who just has like another helmet somehow, just stays there.
they fucking offered him beverages. Why would you ever leave? That's all it takes.
We also get hints about her master who had ties to this planet, but we never fucking learn anything about that, which is great. Love it.
Yeah, dude.
Love not learning shit, but being told oblique facts that don't, without having to be explained everything.
I am all for it.
All for it.
I've read 27 pages of Dak Faden's Wikipedia entry. I know too much about too many characters in Star
We
Wars.
live in a world where they've explained everything about Rick's backstory in Rick and Morty. Stop. Too much.
Yeah. Leave some mystery. That's like the best part of this is like every single episode, like you can just let your imagination run wild. Like I feel kind of like a kid again.
Yeah.
It's like I can only
It's like that. Yeah.
I can only imagine.
It is
back
definitely
in,
the thing of the continuity has of like when you're like married to like making then everything new fit as opposed to the period where shit is just popping off and like it just new shit all the time,
Yeah.
which is the healthier place for fiction to be, honestly.
Well, I mean,
More exciting.
I'm thinking like I'd never experienced it, I guess. Maybe I did, but I was too little to like I didn't really focus in on this part, but you know, like back in the day when in A New Hope when Obi-Wan's like, yeah, the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
From what I've
Huh?
heard,
You're right.
everybody had a great time like, "Oh shit, what are the Clone Wars?" Oh shit. And then they ruined it.
You're right. The prequels did ruin Star Wars. Thank you. No. But yeah, like that is a part of the prequel, like being, and like then the Clone Wars TV show is like stuck between two of those movies. Like that's just so much weight that's on all that stuff. Like it's so limiting for what stories can be told there.
Well,
That's why Naruto filler is all terrible. Where they're like, let's create a whole new story with new characters that take place between these two chapters of this manga. So nothing can happen with the main characters. So we'll just invent all these new characters that don't matter.
Well,
and
that
then tell their story that's exactly the same as every other story told about these characters. Also, it's bad.
and like the timeline, you know, like not only does like everything new have to fit in with all this, but then they make new stuff that ignores what's already there. So like, I mean, it's a thing, and this is, you know, it's what that subreddit's all
Sure.
about, is like trying to explain this, but like, why does everybody in the original trilogy act like the Jedi have been extinct for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years when it's been like 2 decades or less?
Yeah.
Those are a myth, but you were there.
Look, things become myth fast.
Yeah, fucking apparently. But yeah, no, it's nice getting back to that like tidbit of information that you get to expand on in your brain.
Yeah. It's all about allowing for fan fiction and not all the promoted material all being fan fiction in the worst way.
Speaking of terrible promoted material, Ninth Jedi though, going right in the fucking face of canon.
Hey, look, he makes those lightsabers special to do that.
Yeah, whatever. Fucking
He tempered the kyber crystals specifically.
What
He says
the
so. There's
fuck
one
ever.
line in there.
whatever.
Also,
That
it's
entire-
dope.
That
So
entire studio said, "I recognize that you have a established canon about kyber crystals and lightsabers
But
not
what
being
if?
the color, but really, green and blue are for good guys and red is for bad guys. Fuck yourself."
and purple is for conflicted guys.
No, that's see-through dark saber.
No, that big dude.
Oh,
who's
right,
evil
yeah,
for the
right,
whole
right,
fight,
right.
and then at the end, he's like, "This isn't you," and he's like, "You're
changed.
right."
He's changing. This isn't you. Yeah, I know.
I mean, honestly, and that's flying in the face of purple is for Samuel L. Jackson. Just the
Yeah.
technical.
Which is a great reason.
It's true. He deserves it. But in this, it's because you're like corruptible, but a good guy, I
Which
guess.
is like, it's all cool though.
It was all cool. Also, invisible lightsaber, like colorless, for you haven't figured out who you are yet. Oh, that's so good.
It's
That's a
really
great
solid.
invention.
And then when it turns green,
Uh-huh.
it's so fucking good.
That shit rules. Also, the dude hanging out in his evil looking robot with his evil fucking Doctor Doom mask, but he's a fucking Jedi. Oh, so good.
Yeah. So that first, I think having the duel as our first episode here was really important, because after that, like, I'm questioning everything, right? Like, who else could be a fucking Sith?
Yeah.
And like, I was sure in The Village Bride, I was sure that chick was gonna be a Sith or something. She looked like a bad.
Because we hadn't had a Jedi yet.
But then here, so good. Yeah, he pops out, and yeah, good stuff.
I love this episode. So this one, I guess, is like, this is the longest one because it was gonna be a two-parter,
Oh, okay, interesting.
but it during production it became a single part.
And it has your favorite character.
It does. Old droid, who's on his break,
I'm on my break.
and he's like drinking oil like it's tea,
Dude, when
and then he gets bribed into helping out.
So
I might as well.
you told me that it has your favorite character, and it starts off, and I'm like, okay, well, I'd be really, truly surprised if his favorite character was Ethan. So I figured that's probably
Most boring man.
probably
in the
a
world.
probably a no-go there. I'm like, okay, maybe like the sabersmith, maybe he does something. I'm like, no, okay, he's probably out. Like, it has to be Kara, right? It has to, like, maybe she just becomes like cool as hell, I guess, or does something. Yeah, it's probably her. And then old droid shows up. I'm like, oh yeah, there it is. It's Hank.
And all the other droids sitting next to him are fucking
Just dead.
dead. And he gets up and starts moving, and they're all impatient, and they start pushing him. But he's not.
He's
being pushed.
he's heavy as shit, so he just an immovable object.
I wish I knew how to go slow. It's my dream, honestly. I
Man,
got too impatient. Oh,
I
I
feel
love
that.
old droid.
Old droid, very
Love
good.
old droid. I love that he's just called old droid.
Just old droid,
That's his name.
straight up.
Might as well. Fuck yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, then we get all these Jedi have been called here because the Jedi Order's been destroyed, but this guy's figured out how to make lightsabers again. They're going to be the first lightsabers ever in the world again.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Jedi. And then all the Jedi pick up their lightsabers, and oh no, they're all Sith.
Yeah, dude, that was such a good
pretty good.
reveal.
Yeah. It was very good. I was
Great
pretty
execution.
into it. It's such a good use of this idea they made up where your lightsaber gets determined by who you are when you hold it, not inherent in the lightsaber itself.
See,
It's like 10 out of 10 use of that idea.
I was expecting there to be a Sith,
Uh-huh.
but then they all pick him up, and I'm like, oh shit, oh, it's so good. Or like, when they're like, wow, what the hell is the guy's name? His title? His name is Juro. They called him something else, but they're like, do you know him? And she's like, yeah, I've known him for like ever since I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh shit, like she's gonna be a Sith, but she's like so bubbly, that's it. And nah. They constantly had me guessing. God.
Apparently I have to go to the Disney wiki because Wikipedia doesn't have fucking summaries, but the Disney wiki does.
I'm just on basic bitch Wikipedia.
Wikipedia's fucking got nothing on this one.
Oh,
for whatever
but I'll
reason.
bet behind the scenes
moment.
people are in fist fights editing
True.
Wikipedia.
Mhm. Probably.
No, this was a top tier episode. Oh, and then the fact that the temple itself is just a space lightsaber, pretty good.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. I love the fucking oil fields, but for kyber crystals, where it
Yeah.
just like shoots out a catapult wire to go grab a rock in space. That's fucking amazing.
That's really good.
Fucking.
And again, kind of like, you know, I can't really speak much to Legends, I suppose, but canon has put a pretty big emphasis on like building your lightsaber being a huge part of becoming a Jedi, and especially
Yeah.
stuff in like even in the Ahsoka novel, like she'll see like a part, like, you know, it's after Order 66 and she's buried her lightsabers. She'll see like these little parts, like scrap parts, and she'll just like pick them up, like she's drawn to them. And then of course at the end you find out like she's building her new lightsabers. Shocking. And I like they're just kind of doing away with that, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh man, a lightsaber is special, I built 7 of them.
Well, he's a master lightsaber forger.
But like, you know, there was, instead of like having to do it yourself and all this other shit, like,
yeah,
just getting back to that.
having to do it is cool. I kind of think it's cooler, but for the sake of this story,
Yeah.
this really worked.
Mm-hmm.
And just I do like the idea of like your color being determined by who you are, which is like implicit in the Jedi lightsaber color thing, but not explicitly true because it's still a physical object that has its own properties. It's just you picked the crystal or whatever.
Yeah,
The crystal picked you, or whatever.
but they can't. But I mean, like they've basically done the red is bad, everything else is good, just with extra steps.
Yeah.
Which is like, why? Why create more work for yourself? You know what? I think the concept in here should just be like, that's what it should have been. Like the entire time, that should just be canon. Because it's so much easier. It makes so much more sense.
But then you don't have to make your kyber crystal bleed, Ben.
I don't care about that at all, except like the scene from Dark Lord of the Sith was so good in that comic. Like with him having the visions and shit. But otherwise, like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I think turning on your lightsaber and it's red, revealing your true intention, is fucking dope. Like that was sick.
It's a good concept.
Yeah. And like the clear lightsaber for someone who's like not there yet as a Jedi is fucking dope as hell also.
I mean, just imagine.
It's like a weaker blade.
Imagine what you could do with that concept. You pick up the lightsaber, it's fucking red. You're a Sith. You eat a sandwich, it turns blue. You were just hungry.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Oh.
I think that it would turn purple.
Well, yeah, because as you're chewing, it like turns purple, and then like sandwich is gone, the lightsaber's blue. You could do like one of those, is it Twix commercials? Need a moment, chew it over with Twix.
Well, so the other thing I like about that, is it means it's also explains why Jedi have to wield lightsabers. Like if a person who didn't have the Force picked one up, it just wouldn't do anything.
Yeah. And that's been that's a whole thing.
That's a whole other contentious thing. Yeah,
that's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but yeah, I really like this episode.
It's very, very good.
Also, this is another one where I would just watch this show.
Yeah.
They got a whole squad at the end. I'm ready, dude.
Imagine, I mean, just that, imagine how good it would be getting to watch that lightsaber turn green after like a full arc of development. God. So satisfying. Yeah. Good stuff. Very, very good episode.
Our next episode is what if Star Wars was Astro Boy?
I mean, yeah, I never thought that reading Astro Boy would have come into play so soon, but here we are. Really on point.
We are.
And even the fact, like, I think I would have, without having read Astro Boy, I would have only related this to Mega Man. But like, even now, I'm like, oh, okay, I see. His name's Toby. I gotcha.
Yep.
And like, even the themes and shit, like a droid becoming force sensitive, like a person. And, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, I mean,
there.
it's Pinocchio, but
Nah, the Astro Boy.
It's like, okay, fuck. He was also drawing on Pinocchio when he made Astro Boy, so.
No.
Honestly, the big downside is, reason this is Mega Man and not Astro Boy, he doesn't fire like a lightsaber out of his butt.
I'm fine with that. It's drawing on like that 2006 Astro Boy. No, this one, like, good stuff.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah,
it was cute.
There's not as much there, I think. But I feel like this...
Definitely, like, watching it subbed, like, I just was geeking out over Toby, TOB1, being voiced by the voice of Goku. Grandma Masako Nozawa, who's like 85. So that was just fun for me.
Would have never.
An 85-year-old woman who voices a like 40-year-old man who screams a lot. But I know you don't have that connection.
Yeah. But I mean, it's
This one the dub was fine because they got a kid to voice.
Oh, okay.
TOB1.
That's good.
So like,
That's good.
They didn't get an adult man to voice him, so it was fine.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. I always love it when a character has to rip off their own arm. That's just something I love. So
That was solid.
that shit rolled.
We get that little like power up, like he starts glowing and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just good.
Just droid buddy jumps onto his back and it's like a jetpack to power him through for the final attack.
The only thing they could have done that would have made this better is if they had the enemy have big horns. Would have really driven it to like an 11 out of 10 for me.
True. I like that TOB1 looks like the way they animate. He at one point he like looks at 4 rocks, and then he's like, "Man, I looked everywhere."
Yeah. I've searched this entire planet. All 4 rocks.
All 4 of these rocks. The power was within him the whole time. It's a good joke. Good bit.
I didn't even. Did you realize the Toby thing? TO81. Did you realize it before they said his name?
Before they said his name.
Like, did you look at it and you're like, oh, Toby?
I don't remember.
Okay, I
I
definitely
can't
didn't.
tell you.
Didn't. Well, yeah, no, I didn't. That didn't click at all.
I think I looked at it and saw Toby.
Okay,
Pick that up.
sure. I'll let that go. You can have your moment. It's fine.
I mean, as soon as they said it, I was like, "Fucking, of course it is."
Well,
Of course
yeah,
that's
yeah,
his name.
no, yeah. After they say it,
It is funny to me how many of these are drawing on specific, like when these are drawing on specific anime things. At the end, it still just says inspired by George Lucas.
yeah.
And I'm like, guys, that was such a. Your fucking Astro Boy bit. You're only giving credit to George Lucas. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And I like felt that way about after the first episode. It's like, this is.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
for
that
one,
one's. There's not that much to say, but it was.
Yeah.
It was.
It's good.
It was
It's
fun.
cute. It's fun. Star Wars Astro Boy.
Yeah. And next we get our other trigger episode, The Elder.
Pretty good shit.
This one really felt like just an episode of an anime that doesn't exist, or like of a show that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
To me,
No, I could see it.
this had some procedural or like episodic storytelling. It's just like adventures of these two, this Jedi and his Padawan.
Mm-hmm.
The main dude in this was voiced by David Harbour, and that threw me.
I have no idea
Threw
who
me
that
for
is.
a loop.
David Harbour.
He's on Stranger Things.
Is that it?
No, he's been in a bunch of other stuff.
I mean,
But
War of the Worlds doesn't mean anything to me. Was he the crazy guy in War of the Worlds?
no.
Okay. The Green Hornet. Also don't know what he would be in that.
I think the crazy guy in World of the Worlds was Tim Robbins.
I haven't seen Black Widow. I haven't seen 2019 Hellboy. Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, I
don't
think you just haven't seen this stuff he's in.
He's pretty swiftly dodged all of the things that I've seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
so it goes.
Yeah.
I just think these two characters, like, they have a different energy in the dub than they do in the sub.
Yeah.
Just say.
Yeah, I got you. What did you think of the?
Because the Padawan dude also seems like way more sarcastic in the dub.
Oh, gross. He already seemed pretty.
Yeah.
He already seemed pretty on the edge.
He's like even more.
Ugh.
Like, I liked him just as a character more when I watched it in Japanese.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if they leaned into that, it was already like not too much, but I was like, okay.
Yeah. I just like this villain a lot. This old dude who's fucking creepy.
Yeah,
With his, like, fucking
black eyes.
lightsaber daggers and his fucked up eyes.
Yeah, and just being old.
And he's like, yeah, I quit being a Sith because I just wanted to murder people.
well, the thing that did it for me, and this is, a prime example of like less is more. When the Jedi at the end is like, yeah, if he wasn't so old, we might have been fucked.
Yeah.
Like, just that being able to imagine that is probably just infinitely better than it could have ever been otherwise. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
Such a good concept. And then he has
It's
his
a little
little,
close to, like, 'twas beauty killed the beast, but
well, his little speech about, like, yeah, you can escape a lot of things, but age is inevitable. You're going to get weak and probably die.
I mean, unless you're Palpatine.
Yeah, if you have access to unlimited power and also unlimited clones, go for it.
Yeah, man. No, this works way better as an idea, as a thing to say than this elder Sith dude. But I just love this elder Sith dude who's just like likes hunting things, and
man.
abandoned the Sith Order because it became too much about the politics.
I mean, honestly, it seems like that's what they should have done for, like, on and off. It seems kind of like they wanted to do that for Darth Maul. Like, in some of those comics and shit, like, dude just is.
But isn't he like a gang leader? Doesn't he have like a army behind him?
So, in some of the comics, yeah, like the one that we read, remember, he's doing like the hunt and shit, and he's just angry and he just wants to kill things. But then, yeah, you skip forward in his storyline, and yeah, he becomes like a fucking syndicate leader of like 3 different syndicates or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like like he goes from I'm angry, I want to murder, to what if I was Mr. Political?
He gets a job.
Yeah, he starts
really sold out. It used to be about the rage, Darth Maul.
I mean, he's still raging.
About the anger.
He's still raging, but now he has to rage while he,
Now he's just mistreating employees.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
like any other boss.
Underpaying and fudging the timesheets a little bit.
Just a normal boss now.
Denying people their paid leave.
He's the enemy, the true enemy of Old Droid.
Oh no. Oh my god. It's pretty perfect.
All right, I've got 2 roles cast in my Star Wars sitcom.
Fuck. Good shit.
But yeah, because this dude, he uses his Force lightning.
Oh right,
and
the
I
lightning.
think that's like the sense where like that dude's like, oh, this would be way stronger if he weren't this old.
Yeah. Well, and even then, just his reaction to the Force lightning, like, really amped it up too.
Because he'd never seen a Sith before.
Yeah. But still, I mean, like, when was the last, like, when people, Force lightning in the fucking prequels like doesn't show up a ton, but when it does, like it doesn't have the same weight.
Yeah.
They kind of try, but it like many things in the prequels, it doesn't come out how it should have, I think.
I mean, when Yoda catches that Force lightning pretty easily.
Well,
When
I
Dooku does it
see.
to him.
I thought of that. I don't really count it because Yoda's old as shit. So maybe he. It would make more sense that he had encountered it, but even then,
Well,
I
the
guess.
thing
Like,
if you look at advanced canon is fucking. Oh, I forget. One of the dudes on the Jedi Council, Plo Koon, I think, can do Jedi Force lightning. That's green, apparently, in like extra canon stuff.
oh Jesus! Did they do him up with that?
I forget what it's called. It has like a special name. Well, only he can do it.
Electric Judgment,
Yes.
also known as Emerald Lightning. Where the fuck did this come from? Oh, okay. This is Legends,
Okay.
I guess. Darth Plagueis. Interesting. I mean,
So, like, of all the people to give Jedi Force lightning to, fucking Plo Koon.
I mean, they had to do something with him.
Whatever. He's like friends with
Jason-
Ahsoka.
Jason Solo practiced it.
Oh, excuse me.
God.
Emerald Judgment.
One common difference was that the Jedi's application came from a sense of determined justice. However, on at least one occasion, this light side power was channeled using a Jedi's anger.
Yeah, it's probably fine. Don't worry
It's
about
probably
it.
okay. You're just a little angry. Ridiculous. Well, today I learned.
It's not like the Jedi
Fucking-
believe in slippery slopes or anything.
Oh, man. Electric Judgment. What a shitty name. Guess it could be worse.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, this episode is fun. It has a good villain, but our protagonists are pretty boring, honestly.
yeah. Yeah, it's
But it also feels like it's an episode of a show that doesn't exist.
what do you think of Lop and Oko?
So what if Star Wars was about a bunny girl?
See, that's small brain. Big brain is realizing that this is one of the Lepi species from Legends canon. That's right. That's right. Bunny girls are Legends content. They're pulling on deep lore. A normie like you wouldn't understand. But also, what if bunny girls?
What if a bunny girl though?
I mean,
It
I'm
was,
down
it
for
was
it.
okay. It turns out if a bunny girl with a protagonist was Star Wars, it would still be Star Wars. It wouldn't be that different.
I mean, it was good. This was another good.
Yeah.
It was up there.
It has like a feudal Japan aesthetic to this planet that is being invaded by the Empire, basically.
Yeah. And we've got
we've got a lightsaber being passed on as a family heirloom. Also, it's got runes on it and shit. So that's dope.
So this was like at least as far as a lot of, I guess, more recent canon content has kind of branched out. But for a while there, it seemed like every freaking tidbit of Star Wars stuff was like focused on this shit. Like, the Empire is doing stuff, or the First Order is doing stuff, and one person is like, no, we have to fight him, and the other person's like, yeah, but if we fight him we might die, I'm gonna join them so that we don't die. And it, like, there's the conflict, and like, that's fine, that's a good story, just not when it's rinsed and repeated 800 times in the span of the
Yeah.
2 years between between whatever films we're talking about. But so that was, pretty classic Star Wars. But then this was also kind of the episode that I had in mind with like the lightsabers having a little bit more power. Like you get your lightsaber. I guess that's also kind of in line with like A New Hope. You get the lightsaber first, and then you get the Force. The lightsaber helps you unlock the Force. I like that. It's good stuff.
Yeah, because it's a physical thing you can hold, and then training with it.
Yeah.
Spirituality comes later. The big thing in this is the dad is way better in Japanese.
Really?
This is the one I got like halfway. He just feels like a fucking cartoon character in the dub.
Oh no.
And it doesn't. It like pull it like there's emotional weight that just doesn't land because of how that character's voiced in English. Whereas like I listened to like I got like a quarter through the sub and I'm like, oh no, this just works in a way that didn't. This is perfect casting. So
Holy shit. The guy who does the English voice, first off, is Hanzo from Overwatch. But I didn't know that's the same person who does the voice of a character in Carmen Sandiego. And if he's doing anything close to that, then that's no good. That's no fucking good at all. Okay. That's funny. Interesting.
yeah, there's just not.
That'd be rough too,
proper-
because he has like he has all the important lines at one point.
Yep.
Oh no.
So that was less than ideal, I would say.
Yeah. That
But yeah, like with that fixed, which is just the Japanese audio, this episode's pretty great.
yeah, the
Again,
battle is really good.
Yeah, like the animation's quite good. I'm like not that interested in Star Wars, but it's a bunny girl, but this is fine. It's well done.
Yeah, I mean,
Like it doesn't the setup isn't interesting in any particular way, but it's well animated and executed. So got nothing but good things to say, really.
yeah, and I like the like ambiguous ending. I mean, we kind of had that with the twins as well, where we don't really have a full resolution.
Yeah,
But I'm that's the beauty of these. Like it's a one-off. We don't need it. Let me dream.
or they can start a whole show. Except these are all too well animated, so those shows would be expensive.
The pilot episode is just a masterpiece, a chef's kiss out of 10. And the following episode is just the actual budgeted episode.
Well, if you've ever looked at the pilot episode for Steven Universe, those characters all have so much more detail.
That's why they're all nightmare fuel.
There's just like so much more like they're like way less stylized as characters in the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, Steven creeps me the hell out. I mean, they all kind of creep me the hell out, but So
yeah, that's Lop and Ocho. And now we've got our last episode,
Akakiri.
Akakiri.
This one was good. This
is a weird one to go out on, honestly.
It was a weird one to go out on. I think given the choice to choose the episode order here, I would have swapped this with La Pinocho. I think La Pinocho is the better one to end on, with that ambiguous ending of like determination.
Sure. Yeah.
So
This one's just a bummer.
yeah. And that's a good, like, I like that we see this story again.
Yeah, no,
But
like this is a good story.
it's
I just
I
wouldn't put it
agree.
as the last
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, no, I agree. I hadn't thought of that, but that's a good point. So, yeah, we have a princess who has been overthrown. Her, I guess her aunt, turns out to be a Sith in the royal family.
In the royal family.
A royal Sith, who killed her dad. The Sith killed her brother, the princess's dad, of course, and exiled her. And now a friend, a Jedi, comes back, who had previously been there to help. And we learned later that he was seeing visions of somebody dying, and he wanted to stop this.
He keeps having visions in the middle of fights.
Yes, yeah, which is how he initially
And like
meet him.
his head is like, you guess to grab his head and stop fighting. So it seems like a bad time. Also, this episode is very a Kurosawa movie. Cause specifically, there's the one where it's like it's like the girl being escorted through the mountains or whatever, and they're two shit dudes.
True.
I think it's Hidden Fortress.
Yeah.
I think it's Hidden Fortress.
Yeah. Hidden Fortress.
Yeah.
Good call.
That plot of no, because I immediately identified these two chuckleheads that are with her as fucking Kurosawa characters.
I didn't connect that at all. That's a nice catch.
Yeah, and they all like the thing of staying in an inn and getting your food during your journey or whatever. It's in a lot of Kurosawa movies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really what this episode turns into is a plot for a beat for beat repeat of Anakin Skywalker, cause sees vision of someone dying, wants to prevent it. Turns out when what the hell is his name? Sabaki. When Tsubaki gets into a fight, he starts just cutting down people, and one of the people they throw at him is the princess in a guard's costume. So the vision becomes complete. Unlike Anakin Skywalker, he completes that goal pretty quickly.
Yeah, he makes a deal with a much more trustworthy Sith master, who actually brings the person back from the dead.
To be fair, she was right there. The body was right there.
She was right there.
She was dead for like, I don't know, 20 seconds.
She didn't die later on from sadness.
Yeah. She wasn't a quitter. There was something. Oh, and we get a flashback with his master, who is cartoon, not Obi-Wan, telling him that like it might be tempting. The dark side might tempt you there, and I won't be able to save you. Mm-hmm. And we get that nice little like the eyes turning red. Good shit.
Yeah.
Where he submits to the dark side. Which I think is like...
I mean, yeah, I still don't get why don't you then turn on her again, like, immediately? You're right there. Why not just, betray your Sith Master immediately also? You got what you wanted.
I think this is... I'm gonna play, like, armchair, maybe not psychologist, but, like, try to get into the head of, like,
other than that, Anakin also should have done that, like, pretty quickly on Palpatine, but didn't.
But if you're thinking about, like... what the people wanted, the story they want to tell them, like maybe they obviously inspired by by Anakin's downfall, but like that idea of caring about someone too much is why you join the dark side. And just
but what's also very in the dark side's
what
wheelhouse. Trying to kill the person above you.
That sounds like canon talk. Sounds like some Disney bullshit. Sounds like some George Lucas nonsense.
Sounds like some George Lucas nonsense.
And I mean, you still have that same thing of like, you've already done this, so can you go back? Can you go back?
Yes. Uh huh. It's called Try to Kill. I mean, isn't that the story of Darth Vader? You can go back,
Yeah,
no matter
that's
how
great.
long.
I'm
You can
saying
do
this
it at
guy-
the start too.
No,
Just
you
saying.
can't. You can't do it at the start.
You could.
That's not
He
Star
doesn't.
Wars. That's not Star Wars. You can't just do that. Okay. That's
What
not
about that
true.
guy
That's not
who-
true. That's not true. There's that Jedi from Clone Wars who, in the novel, like, infiltrate. I can't think of his fucking name. He gets into a relationship with Asajj Ventress. It's actually pretty cool. I'm all about it. But he pretends to be a Sith to like gain somebody's trust, and then he pretends a little bit too hard, and then he turns into a Sith. Hard to go back.
I mean, we had in the Ninth Jedi, we had the dude who turned to a Sith when all the other
He was,
Siths were there. And then, like, someone said, "Yo, this isn't you," and he's like, "Oh, you're right. I have a
think-
purple lightsaber now."
I mean, the tone of that delivery and how brief it was, like, maybe he
That was
was
so
actually,
weird.
maybe he was actually just hungry. Like, I feel like it was so brief. It was so like,
Yeah.
this isn't you.
Well, it
Yeah.
seemed like this is a character who's like he's just incredibly suggestible. These peer pressure really gets to him.
I just got caught up in the moment.
Yeah, he just got. There were like 6 other Sith there. It was fucking a lot.
Ugh.
Just went with the flow. Like I didn't. This is like the dude's like I didn't really want to stab Caesar, but everybody else was doing it.
And how often do you get the chance to stab somebody repercussion free?
That was. Turns out it was not repercussion free.
Well, I mean, in the moment though, like what's the
Yeah, caught up in the moment.
what's the
Caught up in
person
moment.
what's the person you stabbed 27 times gonna do?
He's just
do
he's a
something?
follower. He's a beta bitch.
I feel being a follower. I like taking the path well traveled.
So yeah, that's how this.
Yeah, it ends.
He
It
just
ends
joins
with
the Sith.
it ends with like they bring the princess back to life, and he's like, "I did what had to be done," or whatever, and then he rolls with the Sith. He's like, "All right, Master, let's do it."
Look, he got a way better deal than Anakin.
He got such a better deal than Anakin. But like, I mean, the flip side, in my little taking the story farther out, maybe if she's still alive, that's what prevents him from being able to come back to the light side. Maybe not having Padme there was critical, and also like they had kids.
For him to like throw the Emperor down a pit in 20 years.
I mean, yeah, what if like he turned to the dark side and say Padme, but then she was a major bitch to him for the rest of his life, and every time he almost got back to the light side, she was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, Annie?" And that just sent him right back right back to Palpatine. She tells him 20 years later, she calls and she's like, "I should have never let you kill those sand people. That's, time to go on another bender."
Yeah. I mean, she shouldn't have. I don't know. She shouldn't have done a lot of things.
No.
She made a lot of mistakes in her life.
Yeah. Yeah, huh? But no, I mean, this Visions is fucking great.
Yeah.
It's a great, pretty short, just a very solid thing.
Mm-hmm. It's not, and I'm surprised I'm not out here like, you only need to watch like these four or whatever, and the rest are like skippable. I'm like, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I think all of them are
Like some of them are going to be more your taste than others or whatever, but
absolutely. They all lend themselves to, yeah, just like getting to imagine Star Wars things, which is the
yeah,
best.
and they're like at most 20 minutes.
Yeah, they're stupidly short. I thought they'd be 30 minutes apiece.
Uh huh.
But no, it's great.
Yeah, that's why I needed to do this episode right away. So like, this was fucking. I'm hype.
Yeah, man. No, this was it's a good emergency podcast topic.
Yeah. Good Star Wars.
Fucking
Turns out it can still happen.
Finally, some good fucking food. I just like
Ben's lightsaber turns blue.
me
Got good Star Wars.
Yeah, me walking. I've been holding on to this red lightsaber ever since I stepped out of the theater after Rise of Skywalker.
Uh huh.
God. Clicking play on the duel and just watching a Star Wars samurai umbrella spinning straw hat wearing R2D, like the catharsis was just immediate. Like just sank into my chair and I'm like, yeah, I'm home. This is it.
Star Wars is pastiche, so just throw more pastiche on there.
That's a big word. That sounds like a meat. It sounds like a deli meat. The hell is pastiche? Pastiche. An artistic work in a style that imitates that of another work, artist, or period. Ah. Okay.
Yeah. Like all Tarantino stuff is a pastiche.
It's also a verb, which means the same thing.
Yep.
I'm going to abuse the shit out of this term. Tell you what.
Nice.
Really going to use that inappropriately at some juncture. Anyway, good time.
That's a podcast.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Finally, Disney used their powers for good by just letting somebody else do it.
Oh, the best option.
Fucking just give it to anime. God. Fucking.
I mean,
I don't know.
Give it to people and say canon doesn't matter. And also don't make them connected to anything. Do one-offs. Just keep doing it. Just keep... you know what? I have to eat my words. I didn't want a million number ones. Give me a million number ones.
That's all you want now.
That's all I want. That's all I want is number ones. I mean, shit. Maybe I go back and watch Rise of Skywalker in Japanese and just pretend it's a one-off. I don't know these characters. I don't know these people. I don't know this story.
True.
I might try it.
Anime makes everything better, clearly.
I mean, I do have...
I don't believe that, but...
If you've... the Harmy despecialized versions of the original trilogy come with, like, every audio track that's ever been attached to those films. Including music only, but also the Japanese track. So, I mean, maybe I do it. Star Wars the way it was meant to be experienced.
The original Japanese.
The original Japanese.
I can't handle the... It's still just dubbing over live action actors. Not for me.
What if it wasn't? What if they went back and, like, Just all of the
If
American.
they actually like recast it but use the same shots, then hell yeah, man.
No, not recast. They just record. It's like the shit, that Danish kaiju
Like all the
film,
versions of that
Reptilicus.
Avril Lavigne girlfriend,
What?
like the Avril Lavigne's girlfriend, where she recorded it in like Japanese.
Oh shit! I didn't know that was a thing. That's pretty good.
She did it in a bunch of languages. It still goes into English for part of it, but she sings part of the verse. It's hilarious.
I mean, I was thinking of
Very funny.
the kaiju film Reptilicus, which is originally in Danish, and then for the English version, all of the Danish actors, without knowing any English, just did it phonetically.
Oh god.
Like they had an English speaker there who just said, "Yes, this sounds natural," and then they went to the next line and recorded until it sounded good. So
There's the Spanish version of Dracula, which they filmed with the same script on the same sets with different actors in Spanish.
oh, that's
And apparently
wild.
that one version's better than the Bela Lugosi version, considered.
Interesting. I mean, I'm for it. I'm all about
Just
it.
made at the same time.
No, I'll open a not so old wound. Prime foreign language is to have dubbing over your film as your main source of audio, and then when a foreign language is being spoken in the foreign language film, you dub over the dub to complete it. A la Mimino.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I blocked that nightmare out of my head. That specific part of that movie where there's just two people speaking at once.
That part fucked me up.
It's
And that's
no good.
that's not and see, I'd be super curious to know, maybe you know the answer. Is that just like a case by case thing for different like
I've never
countries?
seen that before.
well,
Where it's
that,
just,
but
like
I mean,
two people
so like
speaking at once.
so like I'm so used to if something's in another language, yeah, they dub over, you dub over it and you have your subtitles. But I didn't know that it was a thing, and Russia does it. I don't know about any other languages where they just leave the English in. Like, fuck it, just leave the English dialogue and just talk over it. And I can't stand that shit. Like, it's hard. It's so hard to listen to. And I was like, is this a thing in every language?
I don't know of it in like movies, but like
Shows.
like actual speeches or like interviews, they'll do it sometimes. I feel like is where I would hear it the most.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And that
because
makes sense.
you'd hear and they would like, if you're doing it right, you sound balance it correctly.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit rough, but I'm curious. Maybe, I'll see what Star Wars does, what these tracks do. I'm interested.
No one's putting two dialogues over each other. It's not how it's done.
3 dialogues. 3 deep. Anyway, the perfect note to leave on.
Yeah. Anime is good, I guess.
Well, okay. I don't like that note. Star Wars is okay. Star Wars is good when anime creators are allowed to go balls deep. Well, not balls deep. Just the tip, I suppose.
Just the two.
Just the tip. I said balls deep, and then I realized what balls deep anime Star Wars would probably be, and I'm like, nah, that's not what we have here.
It would need to be like 100 episodes at least.
200 episodes of filler. There would be instead of like a boat arc, there would be like a Jabba's palace arc. Just on Tatooine in Jabba's palace for like
We're just
100.
We just keep cutting back to Boba Fett inside the belly of the
Oh God,
Sarlacc
yeah.
pit.
He'd be just
for
stuck
like
there.
for like 80 episodes until he pops out.
Oh my God.
every once in a while, cut back there.
Can't let him forget. Ugh. All right. Let's go.
All right, peace.
Peace.
We're at the outro.